Alrighty, thank you for joining us, everyone, for another Tuesday night Sound Goblin stream. I am, as always, Josh or Bograt.
I am Vincent, and I will be behind the controls this evening, for reasons.
And I'm Mackie, or Shiv.
Krampus is a bit tired out from a business trip he had to go on, so he will not be joining us tonight. So it's just going to be us three. As you can see, we're going to be playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, sort of an exhibition of the game. Before we get to that, I did want to show off, those of you that were keeping an eye out last week may have seen that we were working on some sub alerts. I did actually finish the audio for those, so we're going to fire those up here just to show those off real quick. So that's the default follow. Then we have the other Castlevania themed follow. I would like it noted this audio is from an official Konami release. These are both, in fact, from the Castlevania Perfect Rap Collection.
They've given you too much power.
So here's our
Fantastic.
audio's not coming through on those. Okay, hold on a second.
It's probably... yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to kind of figure out this stuff a little bit. Okay, it sounds like the volume is just bad in those. Let's try it this way. Give me a second. See, this is why we do this stuff, to test. How's the audibility on that one now? Well, I'll mess with it a bit, because that's actually like maxed out volume on that, but I can work on it in Audacity.
Yeah.
Do what I can to increase that. Anyways, just to show off, we've also got hosting ones. These ones are not terrible. This is actually the Harmony of Dissonance version of Heart of Fire, which is awesome. And then we have our alternate host one. Oh yeah, Shiv, you haven't had a chance to see these yet because you didn't come by after got them into you. Yeah. So yeah, those are all set up to go. Yeah. So I'll work on those some more.
Right. So, on to the game. So, as you can see, I felt like I should no longer be playing games I'm actually good at. So, we're going into a platformer. Let's start from the beginning just to get the cutscene. I'll use original mode. And one thing I do actually like is the control scheme for this, where there is actually a lot of repetition. That is literally B or A can be used to jump, X or Y can be used for ground pound / roll attack / corkscrew, and Z or R can be used for grabbing, etc., etc.
Okay, so they give you some variability for actually.
It should be noted the D-pad also works for movement, so you can use either the analog stick or the D-pad. The alternate basically just switches the Z buttons and the X and Y. But I actually really like the redundancy on the control pad. It makes it a lot harder to press the wrong button.
Also makes it hurt far more to yourself when it does. When you do.
Yes.
How did I fail at this? There's only one button that doesn't do it.
Often when I press the wrong button, it is because I'm mixing up B and A or X and Y, not the other way around. Or not in the other direction. Oh, the all-important balloon.
Oh, this balloon flew right out that window.
See, this is actually the sequel to Red Balloon.
Screw that island in particular.
Yep. As you can
Cool.
see,
Right on, Hunter Green. Thank you very much for that. He set us up as auto host, so
Oh,
anytime
thank you.
anytime we are live and he's not streaming, it'll host us.
cool. Yep. And that cutscene exemplified the biggest flaw of this entire game. The villain is not indeed King K. Rool.
It's a big ice penguin yeti man.
No, it's a big walrus guy.
Ah. There's a horn that can shoot ice dragons that freeze islands.
Yes.
Maybe King K. Rool is busy.
Doing what? He does nothing but obsess over beating Donkey Kong.
I question the need for a boat. You can just fly anyways.
With very limited flight power.
It only
Can only
flies
fly
for like,
specifically from a spot in the sea to on top of a mountain.
it can only fly for like 30 seconds or so. And they've iced over this island. So we're going to start on a different one. This is not indeed an entire game of ice level, thankfully.
Hope you like slipping and sliding.
And now enjoy this entire soundtrack by David Weiss. As you can see, I can jump, I can hit the ground, I can roll. And I can grab things if there are things to grab. And water. Which is actually notably where the analog stick comes in real handy. Also, the water is actually... the swimming in this game is actually really good.
Also, it looks like conversely to every other Donkey Kong Country game ever, you have an air meter.
Yes. A very, very, very slowly depleting air meter. That I think if I go like here, even... No, that's the waterfall, but yeah, it also just immediately
It also-
fills.
Yeah,
That's
he immediately
the
fills as
refills.
soon as you... Yeah.
But yeah, in any case. Over here was a puzzle piece. Puzzle pieces are hidden throughout the level. Whenever you get them, and when you get all of them, you get a pretty picture. It's not really that important. It is one of the 2 collectibles in this game.
Are you saying pretty pictures aren't important?
Let's see, we've got a tutorial pig.
Yes, we have a tutorial pig. As you can see, Donkey Kong is such a powerful swimmer that he can literally leap out of water.
In fact, he's better at leaping out of water than he is at regular leaping.
Yes. I screwed that up. Also notably, this does follow old logic of you can make enemies respawn. Yes.
Yep.
So the one thing that isn't actually tutorialized in the game is if you hit jump when you land on a mob.
You jump higher.
Yes. Not like that, but yes. And that's the other collectible, Kong letters. You will always see Kong letters in the stages. They are always in spots where they're pretty visible. They can sometimes be a bit of a challenge to get, though. If you get all of the Kong letters on an entire island, you will unlock a super hard bonus stage for that island. If you beat all these super hard bonus stages, you get a super hard world. That's pretty much all the secrets, other than just secrets that are like, well, that, basically.
Good trumpet plant.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get that banana coin.
Let's see. And not for now. Ah, yes. And there's these little switches on the ground. That basically do stuff. Or not switches, but levers on the ground that basically do stuff. Sometimes stuff that makes no goddamn sense. The other thing, the pig.
Checkpoint pig.
Yes, that's his main job, is actually to be the checkpoint. Don't ask how that worked. It's not even the stupidest of those.
Look, we needed progression. We didn't care about how it happened.
Ah, yes, and these barrels. This is how you get the other party members. Here's the inferior Diddy Kong. He's not inferior to Donkey Kong, he's inferior to Dixie Kong. He is nonetheless useful, he's a hover. The other thing they can do is a combined attack. Or combined thing by pressing L and R. It has a charge, but I believe they do have it charged.
Yeah, it looks like it's indicating that over on the
Yeah.
left there.
All of them work in a similar way. They'll basically transform enemies. Diddy Kongs will transform into balloons. Balloons are your life total. This is less relevant than it seems.
Don't get hit, won't matter.
You have 2 hits per Kong. So I actually have like 4 hits. Balloons are all the hell over the place as well. If you saw while I was loading in here that my save has like 97 lives.
Yeah.
By the way, you cap at 99. Which is the only reason I don't have more. I'm trying to remember how that one worked. Not like that. Oh wait. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Use your hover power to hover.
Oh, banana.
How does...
Don't question it.
Just go with it. It's fine.
And checkpoint pick. And another Diddy Kong back roll, which we're just going to carry over here for 2 seconds because I need to grab this thing for reasons. Okay, apparently I don't.
Sounds like, no, you don't, apparently.
These guys, the main...
no.
Yep.
Penguins who slowly trudge towards you.
Yes. Snowmads, technically.
Yeah, I refuse to say that.
What, Snowmad?
Yes.
Why?
It's dumb.
I've heard dumber names. Let's see. There it is.
Sure, it's nice these pigs throw the bananas out of their place.
Ah! I missed one. There's a puzzle piece for getting all of those. It should be noted, whenever you get puzzle pieces, you have puzzle pieces permanently. When you get the DK letters, if you die before a checkpoint, you have to get that letter again.
Okay.
So puzzle pieces are a collect one thing. Conch letters are have to complete area with them, basically.
Yep.
Oh no, you lost Diddy Kong. Whatever will you do?
Not have overpower
Not
for
have
a second. Okay. You're important.
Why did you throw that obvious target?
Yep. It takes slightly longer to beat the stage because Diddy Kong's superpowers are actually kind of useful for going a bit faster.
Floating spikes and such.
Oh, there we go.
And he's back.
And it also heals Donkey Kong doing that, so...
Yeah, refills your health completely.
This area which exists to tutorialize that.
Oh, there's a lever on the ground back there.
Oh, so there is. There's a well-hidden banana.
One singular banana.
I would like one banana, please.
Let's see, I think this was... yes. Boo. And that is the end of level barrel.
Gives you a roulette reward.
Yep.
Oh.
And sometimes they'll do
Being
just
very sneaky.
shenanigans
yes.
like that. Whoop. I'm good.
Well done. A particular thing you want off of this one, or
Not really.
I assume bananas are bananas.
So every 100 bananas is a life. Red balloons are lives. They represent your lives, literally. DK coins are spent at the shop. Usually, for me, on the gacha machine. And that's pretty much it on that. What do you get with 3 items? Yeah. So basically, at the shop, you can actually buy items that,
Do things.
yeah, and then take them into levels.
Okay.
I never do, but
That's your for sure.
yep. And sometimes they do that type of nonsense.
By the way, if no one has ever checked out speedruns of this game, I highly recommend them. They're absolutely wild movement tech.
I can imagine, actually. This
Are
game
they
is
like
full of movement tech.
Normal stuff or glitchy nonsense movement?
Oh, normal stuff.
Normal
That-
stuff.
Like that. Like, if you jump off after a roll, you get pretty fucking far. This game is built with a lot of, like, ridiculous movement tech. None of which I'm any good at.
Well, most of the speedruns also use Funky, so...
Yes, there's that too. Funky is technically the easy mode, but... And basically comes with all 3 of the Kongs built into himself. By all 3 of the Kongs, I mean 2 of the Kongs, because Diddy is redundant with Dixie.
Dixie can also hover.
No, Dixie is better than hovering. She actually has a little bit of off motion.
Ah.
And she has a better actual team-up power. She is literally just in all ways better than Diddy.
You get to choose who you're side with, or just based on the level?
Both. Like this
So
level...
levels have the barrels in them, but you can also buy the companion barrels from the shop.
And there's a lot of barrels that are basically your choice. It just rotates between them.
Okay.
It should be noted the music does change when you go underwater.
Yep.
It's a little bit quiet in here. I'm just pointing that out to the other people, or the other 2 people on the couch. Everyone listening on stream could pretty much already hear that. Yep, and this is Dixie. As you can see, she actually has some up momentum to her, thus making her just plain better. Actually, it hovers for about the same distance. She is pretty much the default Kong when you get a choice. Cranky has his occasional use, but it's niche. And we'll go over him next level. I believe, yep, bonus stage. The annoying one.
Collect bananas.
I'm trying to remember how these platforms work.
Try slamming on it.
They
Can't land long enough to slam. Yeah.
Okay, it's a jump.
Jump timing, yeah.
Well, I don't have enough time to collect all the bananas, but oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
You get something for collecting all the bananas in those?
Yes, you get a puzzle piece.
Ah, okay. Can you just drop back in immediately and do it again?
No, it's
Yeah,
just does that.
You have to restart the level.
Restart the level, die, and go back to the last checkpoint. There's a few other ways of doing it. Let's see. Annoying ass sharks. They're more annoying underwater than they are on top of it. That's why I'm not going underwater in this section for now. Although, actually, I have Dixie, who... Yeah, these sharks will just follow you, and they're actually kind of annoying like that. It should be noted that your Kong companion, or your other Kongs will help you underwater as well. Dixie is also the best at that. She is literally just a jet engine.
I don't know what it is about you and choosing to play Donkey Kong games that causes us to drop frames.
Really?
Yeah. We
You're
dropped like
plugged
almost
in.
4,000 frames so
Wow.
far.
Ah, reverse thumbnail.
Yes.
Is it Switch games? We've done it as Switch games, though, haven't we?
Yeah, because we did one of the Steam Worlds on Switch, I believe.
Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. We tried to do one on Switch.
That's right.
It may be Switch games, but that'd be weird.
That shouldn't have any impact on the...
No, it
Because
really
it's
shouldn't.
the... Yeah, no, that's us, Hunter Green. It's not on your end. I'm watching it.
Ah, fish.
No more hover for you.
Hmm?
No more hover for you. Or no.
They have 2 lives.
Go ahead and pause it for a second. Okay, give us just a second here. We're going to do a quick test. I'm gonna
Emergency
check
broadcast
something.
system.
Okay. Gonna give it a try here, see if that changes anything.
Alright.
Technically speaking, the Elgato capture device has settings for all the different consoles you can put on it. And it shouldn't really make a difference, but maybe it does. So I've told it now that we are streaming from a Nintendo Switch, and we'll see if we continue to have frame issues. Yeah, I can't imagine it should matter, but it's the easiest tech fix I can think of to try first off, so we'll see.
Check the. You missed.
Apparently.
You missed.
Or did I? Yeah, notably this is really hard to do without Dixie. Okay, I think that's the alternate exit of the stage, which we're not going to worry about.
Alternate exit to the stage.
Yes, stages will have alternate exits, we'll go to alternate levels.
Ah.
But I want to go to 1 of 3 after this, so yeah. You totally duck. This is more important literally right here.
Right. ATK thing.
Yep.
You missed the K.
Yes, I missed the K. It's an ong. It's ong like Donkey Kong.
Donkey Ong.
Yes, and this is Funky Shop. Where you buy all that stuff. By buy all that stuff, I mean, you spend it on the gotcha machine.
What can you get from the gotcha machine?
Just toys.
A textile.
It's basically like a model viewer.
Yes.
Still dropping some frames, but it doesn't seem quite as bad as it was before. I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Carrot potatoes.
Yep. And this is the Cranky Kong stage, which is actually pretty good at exhibiting Cranky Kong. Amazingly.
I hope so.
Yep, that's a wall. It's not always a wall. It's also the first time they actually have the vines.
Vines, which work like how you'd expect.
Yeah, it's it's less press and more hold, which is the only thing, and they're all basically holds, so.
Yep.
Oh.
Close. Missed 6.
Bright side gives me an extra life in a Kong coin because everything gives you an extra life. It is incredibly hard to run out of lives in this game. It's actually a challenge almost.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, this was kind of a little bit of the start of Nintendo's move towards, screw that old stupid crap.
Sort of yes and sort of no. As you have to remember, this isn't exactly Nintendo. This is actually retro.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
And granted, retro is actually really good at designing games, but
yeah, but it's that tendency that has occurred now with more of the classic platformers to do away with the actual necessity for things like
Cranky
lives.
Kong has a pogo stick.
Cranky Kong has a pogo stick. That is cane. Most useful, or the most notably, most notable thing about it is it bounces on spikes, and it's continuous, so you can just. It's also higher than your normal jump, so there is that.
Do anything for it? Just out. Clearly you do.
Huh?
It's like, do you have to do anything to activate it? But then you jump immediately into spikes.
Yes.
I've answered that question.
You have to hold A, basically. Because if you don't hold A, it will just go
It
back.
does a regular jump.
Yeah.
You seem to be having some trouble with this pogo stick thing.
I always do. So, the lack of use of Cranky Kong makes using Cranky Kong harder.
Here's some fish archer.
I am flailing, but that's kind of obvious.
Now, see, this is when you jump back and forth between 3 platforms continually to build up motion value, so later on you can use that motion value to leap across half the stage, some sort of speedrunning strat.
Well, first I'm going to have to talk about alternate dimensions.
Half A presses.
Now fuck it.
Do you want to shoot into the death barrel?
Oh no, they all... If you get to on the bottom one, it's not a death barrel, it's just an automatic.
Yeah,
It
the
goes-
skull ones are just an auto fire. They're not, you don't control them at all.
Yeah. I mean, in the, like, optional levels, they'll absolutely have death barrels, but... Because the optional levels are bullshit hard, but... I always mix up this control, because, again, I don't use Cranky very often, and it is different than every other Kong.
That's fair. You did also jump immediately, and the only point it actually had spikes.
Yes, I'm also fairly good at that.
Some Resort to using Cranky Kong as a blade of lives. Come on, get that puzzle piece.
I could. Okay, no.
Well, I'm sorry, Cranky. Bad things are about to happen to you.
Let's see if I can fall off the ledge. Yeah. Notably, if they're on the bottom and you do a ground pound, they'll actually fall off.
Hole.
See, the secret is to press every action button, and one of them will be correct. This one's actually kind of a little bit more obvious than it should be.
And the puzzle piece that's clearly visible there on the top left.
Now you see the puzzle piece is a distraction.
Ah, for a secret exit.
Yep. That you need, specifically you need Cranky Kong for.
That's not true, you can just hop in that spike.
I think you can actually do it with Dixie. You can actually just hop into that spike.
Ooh, an extra life. Leave those.
Kong.
Yeah, DK. Donkey Kong.
The Wrath of Kong.
His brother. Donkey Kong.
Yes. And, as it should be obvious, taking alternate exits unlocks alternate levels or alternate paths rather than the direct one. So instead, because we've gone through 1, 2, and 3, that was an alternate exit, so this will go to 1B.
I see.
Which I believe is actually the one I wanted to do next anyways. Yes.
The motion of bio, you know.
For some reason. Oh, I remember why I wanted to do this one.
I'll see how the motion bio, Kong and his friend gonna make some combo.
Because this is the first of these stages.
What do you mean, these stages?
What do you mean, these stages? Ah, I see somebody played Limbo.
Yes. Okay, that's fixed.
Poor Cranky Kong.
What are you talking about? He's safe now.
That is true. He is safe now. So much as a collection of special stages like this, or all the special stages like this?
There's some special stages like this. There are some stages in general like this. not enough jump distance. So this is what happens when you die. You lose a balloon.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
So we do still seem to be dropping about 150 to 200 frames every couple minutes. So when you complete this stage, I want to try popping over to like doing a PC game for a little bit just to see, troubleshoot if it's the Switch or if it's just the connection being a butt tonight.
Oh. Well, that almost worked.
Well, that's okay. We'll be on this stage for the rest of the night. Those weren't even connected.
That looks so much more impressive than I meant it to look. More bananas.
Extra bananas.
Fuck. Right. Don't have another Kong. So the roll only goes a certain distance unless you have another Kong, in which case you can just keep going forever. Yeah.
They use insert Kong power here to keep you moving.
No, they just roll on top of you. Or they're literally. That's what that was.
Hey, One Life Cool, how's it going?
Oh.
Push.
Push myself. Sure, playing things fairly dangerously here.
Yeah, not that dangerous. Da!
You saying immediately before walking into a bush.
Fairness, it looks like the background.
Well, if you're looking for advice on how to play this game, One Life Cool, as you
Oh,
can probably
that's a mistake.
guess, probably not best to come to us.
You see, there's a jump button, there's a grab button, and then...
Then you die to a bush.
then you damage boost through this area.
You jump into spikes. Oh, and I grabbed that heart.
Ah, no one needs a life.
I didn't say the life, I said the heart.
Alright, thank you for the follow, One Life Cool.
Are you sure we have enough balloons?
Sorry, I'm gonna get you. Fuck. That song is so dumb. Also, this is proof that they actually work.
Oh,
A real person followed.
Hey.
yes. Not just our test button.
Not only that, but it actually hit one of the alternate follows. So,
Look at that.
shows that the variants also work.
Give us a pity balloon. Knows we're gonna need it.
There's a lot of pay balloons, in fairness.
Pretty sure this game only exists for the Switch, actually, so...
No, it exists for the Wii U.
Oh, there's a Wii U version as well?
Yep.
Well, it was originally a Wii U game.
Ah,
Then they realized that no one actually bought the Wii U and made a Switch version. So,
fair enough.
that's the thing that happened.
That seemed a bit unnecessary.
Unnecessary is pretty much everything that happens when it comes. Or
Oh, good, we got a checkpoint.
and a balloon.
and a Dixie Kong, because that's always the correct answer. They give you a multiple choice.
So yeah, in case that wasn't clear, we are on Switch for this.
Yeah. There's not a huge difference. The game basically plays the same.
I'd make a joke that we have to have a Wii U, but we have a Wii U.
Wii U.
Yeah, we do. We do.
That's right, it was.
I mean, and I most recently have been prepping a Wii game for my next turn in the rotation, so
Big push.
I can't talk too much trash.
Nope, that is a cliff.
Yeah. That's presumably why this one was pull bars there.
Also, we totally owned Wii U's at one point, so we could play Monster Hunter on them.
Still on Wii U, it's like it's gone.
I don't. I quite literally traded in my Wii U and Monster Hunter on the Wii U, the only game I owned on the Wii U, in order to buy Monster Hunter World.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, One Life Cool. This is actually a group channel. There are three of us here. My name is Josh, or Bograt.
I'm Vincent.
And I'm Shiv.
Vincent's the one actually playing tonight. We do kind of a rotating thing. There's also one other guy that usually streams with us. He's pretty tired tonight, so he's not joining us. He is Krampus or Dan. Yeah, so we do sort of a rotating schedule. Just variety streaming stuff. All kinds of different games. You can kind of take a look at our... We don't have many VODs because we're not affiliates or partners or anything, so they only stick around for like a couple weeks. We do have a YouTube channel, which I will post a link to here in just a second. As soon as the keyboard feels like working.
It does sometimes.
A constant problem.
And assuming I can remember...
We're at late on that.
Pretty sure that's the link. Really should make like a bot command for this or something.
Let's say if you die here, the last barrel being visible.
Okay, now I've made it incredibly hard for me to die. Sounds
There
like
we
a
go.
challenge.
I have faith in you.
Which type of
So there's a link to our actual YouTube channel, which has... thus far, I would say that that AKA Vince is the one that has done most of the Nintendo games. We all kind of, like, at least for on stream, we all kind of play all across the board. But, like, off stream, we are all huge gamers and have been for a long time, so we all play a ton of different stuff.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm
So if you excuse us for just a moment, we're going to be doing some technical difficulties testing stuff real quick, since we do seem to be still having some issues with dropping frames. We're going to be switching over to test on a PC game, just to see if it's the Switch that's giving us problems or if it's the actual connection. In the meantime, you can enjoy some lovely royalty-free chill music